were watching it, and I was like, oh, dang, cute girl.
Oh, yep.
And then I thought it was maybe a girl playing, because sometimes they do that, which really pisses people off. Especially nowadays that it doesn't take much to for people to get offended and upset. But
Right.
at first I thought it was a girl playing the role of a transgender,
Okay.
but as it turns out, nope, it's the real thing.
Good.
So I was like, okay, something wrong there because I still think it's cute. She's cute.
Well, you know what I
Nah.
think? I think it's going to take a lot of that
Mm.
because we still have a lot of people out there that I don't know if our age, but a little older, that are still very in the dark about all of that. So
Even
I think,
sometimes I catch myself in some shit,
yeah, I do too.
and I'm like, really,
I
motherfucker?
say it or thinking it, and I'm like, come on, K-Dogg, you're better than that. What the fuck?
Or what? Hey, yeah, Pato, you're trying to be better than this. What the fuck's wrong with you? I
Right.
say it all the time. Oh well, that's good, man. It's good to hear that. People are,
Yeah.
coming around.
Being shown, some much deserved spotlight is being shown. Okay, on to a public safety announcement. Do we have time for one?
A public safety or
Yep, public safety announcement.
oh shit.
Yeah, I want to put this out to the public. Safety announcement. Uh, some bad things have been happening, and I'm going to put it out there.
Okay.
Okay, so Disney World. We all know the mouse. We all know Disney World. Wonderful place. You go there. It's magical.
Hmm.
When we go there, we all have to remember that people work there, right? People work there. This is their living. Yeah, they do everything they can to make our time there as enjoyable as possible. But we need to remember that these are people, all right? Disney World is urging tourists to stop groping all of the meet and greet characters. So I guess this happens a lot more than you would think. People go in for a hug and, grab things and whatnot with the meet and greet characters, and it's
Why
becoming
the
a
fuck would
problem.
anybody do that? That's the real question.
Well, they said a couple of times it's happened with older people, an older crowd that was early stages of dementia, but it happens more often than what you hear about because most of the time, the people playing the characters don't want to press charges. They're just like, hey, just kick them out or whatever. No harm, no foul kind of thing. But it does happen a lot, and so Disney World has kind of put it out there. Hey, when you come, please come, enjoy your time. You paid the money, but don't be putting your hands where they don't belong, because as much as the little kids see Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck and all them, us older people know that there's people inside there and they don't deserve to be, abused like that, be touched and groped and all that. So that's my safety announcement.
Public service announcement or
Yep,
public safety.
whatever. However you want to word it, don't be
Public
doing
service. I'll stick with public service. I don't know the other one.
it. It doesn't sound as good. But
No, it
anyways,
doesn't.
uh,
Anyway, all
put it
I'm
out
saying
there.
is that should go without saying. I mean, seriously. I
It
mean,
should.
because those are. I mean, you're right. That they try to provide the best experience for everybody that goes there for you, your families. So yeah, treat them with respect. They're working.
Yep. So, on to a little bit better knowledge or a better. I don't want that to kind of put a sour note on our show, but it needs to be said.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want nobody groping me, grabbing my nuts while I'm just trying to,
Live my life.
live my life or trying to do what I do to feed my kids.
Right. Okay, so there's this person or company called Boss Logic in the comic book online world,
Hmm.
and they've been doing more fan art, if you
Okay.
will. When somebody has an idea, hey, what would it look like if so and so were to do this? Play this character. There's several people that'll do it. But the two I'm talking about tonight were done by Boss Logic. Anyways, they have done a mock-up of what Keanu Reeves would look like if he played X-Men villain Mr. Sinister.
Hmm.
Indeed. Bad ass.
Okay.
Well, through the MCU and then through the Fox, all the time the X-Men have been out, one of the things that Kevin Feige has said is he does not want to reuse villains that we've already seen. He wants bad guys to be brand new.
Well,
Mr. Sinister.
They got all these places they can tap into. I mean, all these. Why keep using the same
right?
players
And
when, gosh, you have all these resources. It's so fucking awesome.
So they talk. This was just kind of fan theory. What if Keanu Reeves played Mr. Sinister? And I don't know if all of our listeners are familiar with Mr. Sinister. Look him up. He's a real badass character with a red diamond on his forehead. He's straight legit. He's badass. He's one of my favorite villains.
It's funny because as you're saying that, I had this mental picture of Mickey Mouse thinking of, rubbing his little hands. What if Keanu Reeves played Mr. Sinister? And then on the other side, over somewhere in Burbank, Bugs Bunny flipping him off, going like, yeah, fuck you, Doc. We're going to keep him tied up doing the Matrix, doing all this shit. He's not stepping over that side of the fence.
Well, I guess, according to Kevin Feige, every Marvel movie they do, Keanu Reeves' office is one of the first places they stop.
Yeah.
They want him in the MCU. They want him on board, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know how bad the fans want him within the MCU.
They know he is the next Chuck Norris.
Don't be talking like that. We had problems last time. Remember that?
That's right. Chuck Norris reaches out and with his opposable thumbs, and I don't want to say where they are because that's just nasty, baby.
So another idea that they had that this fan art people had thought about was Marvel has talked about maybe, or MCU has talked about maybe keeping the Punisher but maybe recasting it. There's some talk. I don't think that'll happen because there's certain people, like John Berthner did such a good job as the Punisher, much like Charlie Cox as the.
I can't see anybody else playing the Punisher right now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That guy made a believer out of me.
Right.
And,
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
But we all know that sometimes things happen even though the fans don't want them, right?
Yeah, well.
Somebody had. There's the same people said, okay, well, if Berthel does not do Punisher again, what if they brought him in as Wolverine?
You know what? I could see that, but
they did a thing up on him, did a picture up on him. You can check it out as Wolverine and more of a Logan. But
there's no doubt in my mind that he would pull it off. He's definitely a very talented actor, but that's just wrong. I don't know. I still think there are stories that need to be told as Frank Castle.
Listen, I was the first person that I knew of all my I shouldn't say the first. I was one of my friends when I heard John Berthel was taking on the role as Punisher. There was curse words coming out of my mouth that I was making words up. All right, I was so angry. He was the last person I wanted to see it. I wanted to see the guy who did Punisher Warzone do it because I thought his Punisher was so good. But after having seen John Berthel as the Punisher in the TV show, he made a believer out of me. It was so good. He just goes into that role of that mindset. It was amazing. It really was. It was really, really good.
Yeah, same here. Like I said, when I first heard that, you mean the guy from The Walking Dead, the one that once again was messing with the other guy's wife, even though they thought he was dead, though, in his defense. But I still didn't like him. I still didn't like him. I was like, no, not that guy. Fuck that guy. Then I saw it, and like I said, He made a believer out of me. I don't want to see anybody else playing that character anytime soon.
I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
Unless it's him. So hopefully they'll do right by him, or they'll do right by the Punisher and keep him there. I don't know. That's just
I hope so too. I also hope they keep Charlie Cox as Daredevil. The talk is that Charlie Cox will be reprising his role as Peter Parker's attorney. That's the way to do it. If you're going to bring Daredevil into it, that's the way to do it.
You know what? I just got goosebumps. That could be so fucking awesome, because they left off in the last movie where basically
he's being accused.
Yeah, he's been put on blast and shit like that. So yeah, Daredevil coming in as Peter Parker's attorney, and why not? Peter Parker's definitely not rich.
Right.
He would need a pro bono lawyer. And
Yep. And can you imagine Foggy backing him up? Come on, we got to take this, man. We got to take this. I'm telling you,
shit.
That would be the way to
bring in the whole fucking avocados at law team.
Yep. Bring the whole crew over to support Peter Parker. That's the way to do it.
Wow.
I heard it's a rumor. It has not been confirmed yet. But if they do it, wow, I'll probably end up crying. I'll be so happy. I'll pull a Kevin Smith and just fucking ball.
Yeah, pull a Kevin. Yeah. Well, right now, like I said, just the idea of that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's the motherfucking perfect way to bring him into the Spider-Man movie. He comes in as Matt Murdock defending Peter Parker.
Yep.
And then, so for whatever reason, we see the devil show up.
Yep. And bada bing, bada bong, Bob's your uncle.
Bada boom. Yeah. Holy shit. Hey.
Okay, so I only have one other piece of news that I wanted to bring up. And I'm torn on it. I'm torn. All right? So I'm going to need you to come back at me on this one. Looks like this is up for pre-order. The Star Wars box set, The Skywalker Saga. 27-disc 4K Blu-ray box set. It's up for pre-order now. Pre-order. $249. Now, it does come with a book. A book comes with it, and I don't know, maybe some stickers or some shit. But $249. Now, here's my problem. Am I not getting that with Disney Plus?
True that. But
that's my problem. Not the item itself, but
I guess it's the whole nostalgia thing, because Disney Plus, they're streaming, and eventually, if fans keep bitching and whining, they could eventually pull those movies away for a time, and then start bringing them in seasonally, because they need the space for other stuff.
True.
So they could fuck with people like that, like, oh, well, you won't buy our box set? Well, we're going to remove them from the streaming service for a while. So if you want to watch, would they do that? Fuck yeah. It's corporate greed.
27 discs. What do you have 27 discs worth? Like seriously, let me see if I can pull it up. 27 discs. I'm trying to figure out, there's not that many movies.
Unless they included the cartoons.
Okay, maybe the cartoons. Let me. Okay. The set will include, or it will not include, the theatrical cuts of the original Star Wars trilogy. Okay. The set consists of 27 discs and all three trilogies: The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. While specific details have not been revealed, it's assumed that at least a handful of those discs will contain bonus content. Okay. And then it looks like, you get a book and something else. So I don't know. I don't know. $249. That's a lot of scratch for movies I can watch already.
Yeah, it is. But like I said, they can toy with people's